Okay, so Ahmed, you have been a faithful member over the years, and you wanted to get into the Cybertruck, so I'm gonna give you your first ride.
I appreciate it.
But tell us what type of Tesla do you own? How, like, kind of what's your history with the Tesla as the company, and then why you wanted to get in the truck today.
Let's see. I was living in Minnesota, southeast Minnesota, for 15 years. And as part of that journey, kind of thinking about what my next car would be, I was coming from a Camry, which wasn't, which was great for not getting speeding tickets.
Yep.
But wasn't that much fun to drive. I would say it was a safe drive, but not a fun drive.
Yep.
And so I had been, just following the Tesla journey throughout. I knew I wanted to get into one, like a Model S or X, whatever. But when the Y came out, just being a family man, I kind of hit the right balance. So I drive a 2021 long-range Model Y. It's been a great car. It's been fun to drive. Yeah. So it kind of hit all the marks.
Okay. And then what have you heard about the Cybertruck? And obviously we're in the Bay Area, so you've probably seen a lot around, right?
I've seen them around, starting with some of the engineering vehicles, and then to delivery day and those, I had watched the launch event, when it came out and saw the hype and the comments, for better or worse, about it. But it's an exciting car. I see it as a piece of engineering, but also art, in that it's evoking a lot of commentary and
as we're seeing on Instagram right now. Our Instagram,
a lot of comments.
So the funny thing is our Instagram channel has grown 41% in the past 30 days. We're like getting close to 50,000, but it's just blowing up because of all the hate comments. But well, awesome. I'm excited for you to kind of have your first ride. And have you driven the new S and X refresh at all?
I have not.
Okay, so even having the stockless
everything
inside is pretty new for you, right?
I had to figure out what to do. It's nice that it gives you the instructions there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like me, so
well, awesome. So let's just, obviously, I have this in auto setting where when you hit the brake, it'll just essentially you just press the pedal. So that's just an automatic function that you have to select. But let's get into it. Hit the brake and
see what happens.
Hit the brake and
tap to activate.
And then it just knows to go.
Whoa, and it goes.
Yeah,
and it goes. The interesting thing, past couple weeks, I've had the FSD in the past just through the subscription.
Yep.
And then it's cool to see how much they've done since then. Like the progression of the full self-driving, kind of where that's going. So
maybe we'll even get into that a little bit on the drive. But so I think the biggest things that you'll notice the differences between your Model Y and even this is obviously the size, and then the steer-by-wire and the four-wheel steering. So I would love to just as you're driving, just get your opinion on everything.
I think he's giving us space.
Yeah,
so we'll do that. No.
You can probably jump out that way and go too, whatever you want to do. So sorry for the mess.
Oh yeah.
I literally just took it from Hollister.
And what I was thinking is, the potholes are an issue in the Bay area, and so I thought really like one hit of a muddy, pothole will do this.
Yeah, totally.
Effectively. So nice tight steering here. That's cool.
And also too, how tall are you, by the way?
6'3". So that was another point of interest.
Yeah.
This is super comfortable.
Yeah. Dude, I thought you were bigger.
Yeah, no,
especially you sitting in the
in my mind. Yeah, I'm 7'7".
Exactly. So the blinkers are right here, right there.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay. So left and right.
Left. Oh, yeah.
And so when you hit the left, it actually shows up here.
And we got the thing. Okay.
Yeah. So technically, obviously, as you know, the tonneau cover is closed.
Right.
And so you really can't see out the back.
Right. Oh, so that's what this is for.
Yes, exactly. And you can move it here.
That's pretty cool.
You can move it over here.
Shift it around.
Yeah, and then when you
I feel like I have a picture window here.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
With
even in the cinematic, 16:9.
Yeah.
ratio. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
Smooth.
The longest windshield ever put on a car, man.
Pretty nice. We'll start adding, Netflix on the side.
Yeah, exactly. Just put on your glasses.
Pop-ups. Yeah.
But what's even the ride comfort been? Do you feel like, does this feel like a truck?
No. Honestly, this is as smooth as the Model Y for sure, but about any car I've driven. I mean, it's like a luxury feel. I am impressed with what they did with the suspension too.
Yep.
It seems definitely smoother.
Yeah, there's an auto entry function where when you essentially exit the vehicle, it goes to entry level.
Okay.
So it'll actually like it'll exactly.
That'd be good.
So, and one thing on the Cybertruck, it also does like auto raise on the suspension based on the location. So you could say, hey, I live here, raise to high.
Yeah.
And it'll raise to high every single time.
Now you've had some off-road experience. What's that been like for, especially kind of relating to suspension?
Yeah. Well, honestly, it has like 17 inches of ground clearance. I mean, it's pretty, like, it is pretty wild, like, just that this stuff comes stock. And I think, like, for me, I'm not I've owned a Tacoma in the past, but I'm not an off-roading guy.
Right.
I've done it before. And so for me, it's like, it was one of those things, like, I didn't have to do all this prep work for it. Obviously, I brought a spare tire with me in case it popped, but you just go. And that's the Tesla mindset, right? It's just that it just works.
Sure.
So,
worried about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take it on the road.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, that's what I'm impressed to see is, using it like a truck, kind of like for what it's meant to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously very versatile, like we're talking about the comfort, like super versatile on city streets, and you don't feel like it's overkill.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like driving a 10-mile. Yeah.
And you know, the Ford Raptor is actually wider.
Okay.
It's wider than this. So it's like, this is actually, and one of the things too that's new on this is the front camera.
Nice. So that does.
So especially when you're going through a drive-through, I mean,
right.
I mean, is it trippy not even seeing the front of the car?
It really is. It really is. It reminds me. I mean, it's basically what I would think of with the semi, right? The Tesla semi.
Yeah,
because it has that kind of flat.
Yep.
To it. That is weird.
And it's actually one of those things. It's not until you, I either pointed it out or you go through a drive-through where you're worried about it. But yeah, let's keep going through these lights, and then there should be some more.
There's more.
Yeah, there's more up there.
We're gonna enter the Google Cloud here.
Yeah, exactly. Amazon's out here. Little tech space in Sunnyvale.
Old eBay.
Yeah. I didn't realize eBay was here, huh?
Or not eBay, sorry, Yahoo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It makes sense.
Each week, I've learned some things. I'm only so we're almost up on 4 years in the Bay Area after moving here from Minnesota. So yeah, definitely a lot more Teslas here than out yonder. So I can bring the Midwest perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're used to the snow and stuff, and
right. So the first question out of someone's mouth would be like, I wonder how it handles. Like, how does it drive itself in the snow and ice?
Yep.
You know.
Well,
probably traction wise,
if you put stock tires on it, like the all season, it's not going to do well, right? But these all terrains, these KO2 BFG Goodrich, they've made it a game changer. Like, honestly, it can shred through anything.
Have you been out to Tahoe or
not yet, but just through the mud, it has just torn through it like it's lunch or something, right? So
I've had there's some scary slip and slides out in the Midwest.
So I actually almost got stuck in the mud too. So it was pretty literally, somehow made it through. So have you also ever been in a car where it's just like everyone's looking at you?
No. I mean, not in a good way, right?
I
used to drive an 82 Datsun. like a 4-door sedan. And that would do it.
Make a left up here, Matt.
That gained attention.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm looking for the stop.
Exactly. But yeah, there's a couple of little stop signs. We could punch it, get your
let's get adrenaline.
And have you ever owned a truck before this? Or not before this, but just in general?
No. SUV, like the little Chevy Blazers, Trailblazer, yes.
Yep.
Isuzu Trooper.
Of course,
the Tipper, as they called it.
Yep.
Because it's tall and skinny. But no, never a truck. My father-in-law is a truck guy. I've been able to, ride his turbos. The Chevy variety.
Oh yeah, for sure. So and also too, being in the snow, what
the Duramax, Chevy Duramax.
Yeah. Feel free to just punch it, man, if you want. Oh.
Okay. I don't need an invitation.
And you have a long range or a performance?
Long range.
Okay. Yeah, well,
but even that is fun, but this is
a boat, fun. Man, going this fast. You know what I mean?
Now, the scariest place to get a speeding ticket, I'll tell you, around here anyways.
Is here?
Is, no, it's now here in front of NASA.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I didn't know it's a 25-mile-an-hour zone. And that was one of the first places, you know, heading to work at the time.
Yep.
Yeah, you get a ticket from a federal
police, yeah, just make a left.
From federal police, and that's fun. I actually have NASA badges, which is like,
yeah.
It's almost something to save to show my kids, because it's a speeding ticket from NASA.
that should be you might have to no, just make a left. Yeah, okay. Just make a left here, and you just keep going.
Dude, this is interesting.
Yeah. So how is the
wheel?
Yeah. How is well, let's get into shape in a little bit, but like, how has it been turning? Have you noticed you don't have to turn as much?
I think it's tight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I do like that.
You know, and actually there, you can't see it behind those buses. I went by there the other day. Mm-hmm. There literally was like 15 Model Ys. I think they have to be on like lease or something. Yeah. They were looked like they were all the white ones, probably when it was.
We'll start seeing more and more of that, like business fleets, like you saw in France with, you know, turning going business. But yeah, this is good.
What is, if anything, about the ride? Like, is there anything negative that comes to mind? Not seeing the front.
It doesn't bother me.
This guy's just non-stop looking.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me as much. Maybe, you know, if I was to say anything, some of the vision, like just adapting to the columns.
These 8 pillars?
Yep. Adapting to that, but having some visibility through them is fine. I think it's just something you would notice in any car that's different than yours.
Yeah. Well, I think the big thing is that Tesla, hopefully this comes with full self-driving. When someone's approaching or is close by, they need to switch to the front camera so that you can see.
Okay.
But yeah, honestly, there was times where I would be driving and I'm like, I can't see the people right there. Right. And I almost hit them.
Right, they're right in there. So that's kind of the one thing.
Yeah.
As far as space, like, it is weird to me, like how long the dash is, but that's not, it's just one of those things like you get used to.
Yep.
So it's just all the oddities of a different car.
You're literally barely making that turn.
Yeah. No, it's really responsive. So that's that's on the pro list.
Yeah.
Because when you turn, and this goes for a Camry, this goes for like bigger, smaller vehicles, you know, I'm so used to like looser turning where, but this really reacts. This is reactive.
Yep.
In all the ways that I wouldn't expect necessarily from a truck. So
yep. In your Model Y, what's the height clearance?
The height clearance I have maybe less.
Okay.
Maybe like an inch and a half or something.
Okay.
Which is fine. I just don't jump to the music as much, and then I'm fine.
Of course.
But it has been good for that. I would say this is better as far as, you know, a little bit more room.
Yep.
It's cool. I like what they did with some removal of the the sun.
Well, especially, you know, you don't want to get a sunburn on the top of your head either.
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to get this tinted. I got these tinted. I didn't get this back window tinted at all. I may need to. We'll find out this summer. We'll see. It kind of just depends.
Yeah, that's one thing I did with the Y, just to reduce. Like, one thing I noticed, there was a lot of heat coming in through there, so I just gave it extra. Yeah, but yeah. Tell me about the vinyl, like the wrap, the tinting. Like, how was that process?
So everyone, I don't know if have you seen any matte black Cybertrucks?
Just one. Yes.
Okay, so that was the thing. It's just like most people are gonna start seeing more and more of them, and that's the one thing I didn't want this wrap to become. And I know there's gonna be copycats at some point,
of course,
but it's definitely one of those things I did not want to just get something that everyone else had, especially with something that's so unicorn like this in general.
To go through.
So I wanted the Batmobile vibe, but also I wanted something that still looked like rugged and really, you know, the word is badass.
It turned out nice.
Yeah,
really
and it's better in person too if you see it, right? Because even online, it doesn't do it justice until you see it in live.
I liked watching the videos, like, of the cleanliness of work too that went into it.
So
being a design guy, like,
I like seeing that. even how the A-pillar and the front and then the side panel, how they all come together.
Yes.
The actual wrap continues all the way through.
So
they did a really good job
from all the, I mean, I wasn't there, but just watching the videos, like from all the aspects of like customer service and like knowing how to do something right.
Yeah,
that was cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, and Unplugged, they have it's called Bulletproof Auto Spa, which also does non-Teslas. They do like Lamborghinis and like, you know, really high end stuff down there. So yeah, so either way, I wanted something that was just that stuck out. And then also too, you know, so in collaboration with them, I also, you know, we threw on the Cyberx Wheels, right? With these BFG Goodrich KO2s. So it's really the whole point is just to like make this thing look even more rugged than it already does.
Take it away from stock too.
Yeah, exactly.
Bit, like, do something different, make it your own. I mean, that's big no matter what car you have.
Even if I had just put on the wheels, it still would have looked a lot different, which would have been cool. You know, I still have to adjust back to the wrap life, even though I had a wrap on my previous Model X.
Sure.
I did like kicking the door, throwing hammers at it.
Oh yeah. There you go. Right.
So now I can only throw steel balls here, because if I throw the hammers at the wrap, it's gonna dent it, right?
It'll do that. It'll take a
can't take the sledgehammer to it like Franz. What is it? The cyber hammer.
Yep.
The cyber sledge, whatever they're calling it.
Baseball to the to the glass. Here we go. No, this is cool. Like the other thing, I like the difference again, like Bay Area, you're gonna have like a ton of Teslas, obviously, and so one of the key things for me is differentiate. You know, just keep it. I would do it with any other car, like where there's so many, you know, Model Ys, for example.
Yeah, or even Toyota Camrys.
Right. I can't say like, hey, meet me, I'm at the white Model Y, because
exactly.
But I can say, hey, the one with the, you know, this plate.
Yep.
So it's cool to.
So yeah, I mean, and then I put even the Reviver digital license plate on the back.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So yeah, you can personalize it with pretty much any, like up to 26 characters.
Okay.
So it just kind of gives the whole car all the way through that just kind of futuristic look, right? Yeah, and then here you can actually, if you just click on this, you can adjust it to high.
Oh wow.
You feel it. Yeah. So as long as you're under 25.
Customize.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty. Yeah, let's maybe go one down further.
And then we'll do a U.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't have to go back through all these crazy traffic lights and stuff. And the crazy thing is that these even have all-terrain tires on them, and you don't hear it as much as you think you would, right? It'd be that loud racket sound.
Right. So I had those like knobby tires on the, you know, the Trooper.
Hold that thought. Blazer. We're gonna do a U-turn here.
Right, ready?
Ooh. Oh man, do it.
That's the way. That's the way.
That is the way. That's crazy. Let's do another one.
I want to do that. Yeah, actually, like a kid at this point.
Right. So the funny thing about this is this feels like a go-kart, man. So if you just literally put your hands up like this on it and just like
go. Yep.
Yeah, it feels like a go-kart.
Right. Move over, Great America, like we got our own, we got our own ride.
Exactly.
All right. So.
Ooh. Oh man.
That's nice. That's. You even got some sound out of it.
Yeah. And that's four-wheel steering too. That's the crazy thing.
So
all four are turning. So that's why you also don't hear as much of the skid.
That's true. You're not pulling a set of wheels behind you. That's cool. Thanks for letting me do that.
Yeah, of course, man.
This is cool. I will say the extra off-roading accessories you've added to the car, like it adds a level of badassness. You know, dirt, and you know, it's not.
I knew I was coming to meet you today, so that's why I took it to Hollister this weekend.
No, it takes it adds something to it. It's like, no, it's not just. It's not just babied and.
Yeah, I know.
Like we've done.
So what's interesting, and I think this is going to be a Tesla specific issue. Is because they don't have the trim over the window, right, where you're kind of going up and down. When you close the door, it goes up and down, right? So the bad part about this is the fact that when you're dealing with rock chips in the mud and sand, I've been getting scratches. So you can actually see it here. You can see it on your left.
I could see that.
So
because of that scraping on the way.
So I mean, Like, I've kind of just been like, all right, whatever, this is just a truck.
Right.
So I'm not too worried about it, but I'm doing my best also too to clean it out a little bit when I can. But yeah, so that's going to be one of those things where, right, it's kind of like the ice freezes a little bit on the thing. Yeah, this thing.
I like this drive. Like,
yeah. I mean, again, it's just all the way through, man. It handles it well. So how has this either met your expectations or lowered your expectations, or has it been above? Like above. When you were coming into the ride? Above. Okay.
Here's why. And I say this like completely honest. I'm thinking from my Model Y, I'm thinking, okay, same ride-ish, but in a bigger, bigger footprint.
Yep.
What I'm seeing is the ride is more tailored to this vehicle, like specific, like it's customized, right? So it's not like the 3 to the Y or that kind of thing. It's actually tailored really well to what they built.
Yep.
Especially seeing all the custom features.
Yep.
Like lifting it, like they thought it through.
Yeah.
And that's to be expected, but it is a super comfortable ride. Would be a lot of fun to take.
Yeah.
to take out and about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say it exceeds. Like, I haven't met anything that really I don't like.
Yeah. I think it's just probably just the A-pillar right here, which is something maybe I would call out. Even, I mean, probably.
This is impressive too. I will say the side view mirrors, I wasn't sure, like seeing it from external, I wasn't sure what they would be like, but I have everything I need to see. It's not limiting in any way.
And people are removing them too.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
because that's how the prototype came.
Yeah, why not?
So people are also just sticking like some of these companies, I think Tez Bros just released something too where you can just like cover it.
A slide, yeah.
Yeah, just pretty much a slit there. But yeah, I think the big thing too is that, you don't have to be a super big off-roading guy. You can just go. I would suggest go with a buddy that kind of knows what they're doing. Also too, more importantly, that if you get stuck, you can get pulled out. So that's why I went with a Rivian, a 4Runner, and a Tacoma, just because it also too, it had rained that Thursday. So it was starting to get a little bit.
The Rivian too would have the weight, to hold it down.
Yeah, exactly. The Rivian did well. So the one thing, I guess, from a truck perspective, was the fact that it doesn't have so it has these back cameras looking in through the back for your blinker.
Okay.
But it doesn't have the front.
Oh, I see.
So you need the front, like literally on the opposite end, so you can see the rock and the terrain that's literally in front of you.
Where you're headed, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's missing that.
Yeah. And a lot of the other stuff will come, honestly, with software updates. Sure. I think that's probably just like the biggest thing. Is just some like potentially like the differentials and the crab walk and all that other stuff could come through software updates as well. The one thing I'll say about this truck, right, is as much as people will say like, hey, this thing looks like a fridge or this thing looks like a trash can, the amount of people I've seen smile at the truck, like these guys are like the biggest fans.
You don't even have to like it, but like it's striking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna catch your attention.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for your time today, man. And
thank you.
I think your perspective, I mean, again, you're driving an everyday driver, which is the Model Y, right? And, so I think just getting your perspective of like what this looks like versus, other cars, other Teslas is important. So thank you for your time today.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.